Well, welcome back. And if you tuned in late, we are creating gardens right here. And from the Master Gardeners program at Clemson University. And Abby Flint is here and Krista Jameson. They are both Master Gardeners. Now, you're showing us how you can take a plant, take a cutting, and create a new plant.
Yes.
So you can have a garden full that you haven't gone to a nursery and spent money for plants.
That's right.
And then you can give gifts to people. You could create a plant, and that's wonderful.
It is.
Yeah.
That's right. The one thing is not on a patented plant. Did you?
Right. Yeah, we want to make sure that everybody understands that there are patented plants out there, and they will have a tag on them when you buy them from Lowe's or a big box store.
Really?
You are not supposed to propagate from that plant by taking cuttings. You can take seeds from it, but you cannot take a cutting. And there is a patent police out there checking
Oh my heavens. Now I've heard it all.
I wouldn't be too
and
worried
I have
about
a question.
it.
How are they going to know? Are they going to come and look through your yard and say, look what
That
she
is
did?
a patented plant. We just have to, we always have to say that in our talk because
we've told
it
everybody
does
now.
exist. So
Now we're clear. So
we're
go on
good.
here and do what it is. I'm
right.
anxious to see what you're going to do.
No. Okay, with this dip and grow, you would take, I'll put it over here. The thing about dip and grow is you could actually take a whole handful of cuttings and do a dip. That would, and you count to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-second dip any time of year.
All right.
And then you would put, I use a screwdriver. You go ahead and put your holes down in this wet river sand. And you
This is not high tech.
and then you just, that's it.
And you leave it outside.
You just leave it outside in the shade.
Doesn't matter what the season of the year.
No. And then you do this with a hose probably because you want the sand to get wet. It's just water.
Oh,
so
okay.
you just keep it watered several times a day when you're walking by. You just give it a spray of water.
I thought this looked like orange juice. Okay, this is called
This is called dip and grow.
dip and grow.
And
all right.
You get that on the internet.
Yeah. All right. Now I want to see what you're going to.
Okay, and here's a couple more. Oh, let's say whatever you put in this sand, you want to label it because they're all going to look the same. This is hydrangea, and then this one we're doing is the August Beauty Gardenia. If you would like to do those, 5-second dip.
Right.
Yep.
It's kind of like giving your child vitamins every day. Okay.
Then
now
just in those 2 holes.
you want one for each one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yep, perfect. And then we just push the sand. There you go.
You know,
They're going to be beautiful
this
plants.
is something you could get your children or your
absolutely.
grandchildren involved in.
Yes,
and teach them about growing things.
And little business even.
Yeah.
You know, they could do that.
And
I mean, I'm always appalled that children think food comes out of a can.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to show them it comes from someplace else, like
From God's good earth.
exactly.
All right.
And one other. This is the one that
What is this
the
one?
privet that we kind of scratched
Oh,
the
you
bark
scratched
off,
this one.
just so that this hormone could get
I
to it
love
faster.
this.
And we'll put that, label it right like that.
Okay, that's about 5 seconds.
Yep, I think that's about 5 seconds.
Where does this one go?
How about right there? Yep. And there you go. And we'll just
And
kind
you
of push
put,
the sand.
so each one is labeled.
Yes. And I always put the date so you know when you can start imagining that they have roots, maybe 4 to 6
And
weeks.
you don't
they'll be
want
all
these
rooted.
things to grow and blossom. You simply want them to have roots, and then you put them, you take them and put them in the ground.
Exactly. This is the way to give them the roots so that they can become a viable plant in a pot or in the ground.
And what is that?
But isn't that
Oh, that
exciting?
one. Look at that. Now
Remember
that's
that-
ready to plant.
This is ready to plant. So I pulled it up this morning out of a tub just like this, and this was only done 1 month ago. So
And see how thrilling that is? It's like you grew a baby. Well, maybe not, but.
Okay, and there's 2 other things that I want to show you. This is an orchid cactus. I took a piece from there, and you can break this, and you can dip it, and this is the powdered hormone over here. You can do that, and you could put that in here as well.
Now, what is that going to be?
An orchid cactus. They have big orchids, and they're a big plant. Looks like a little
Now,
Indian
but you
feather.
did nothing to that.
Nothing.
You
Just
you
break
just
it.
break it and put
dip
it in this.
This is the powdered hormone. It sticks pretty good. And then put it in, and that will start growing.
That is
Anybody
amazing.
can do this, and it's exciting. It is.
The same holds true. One more plant.
Oh, please, show us.
This is that mother-in-law's tongue, you can cut these. This is a house plant, but you could cut them up into pieces like this and just dip one end in that powder and stick it in, another end. Each one of these will grow a new plant.
And you water this every day?
Every day, a couple times with your
Several
hose.
times you missed it gently.
Missed it, or
Yeah.
so it's
Like, don't turn the whole full force on it, but
Go
yeah,
ahead and
just,
give it
you
a
know, it's a
rein on it.
baby, so treat it gently.
And leave it outside, even if it's cold in the
all
wintertime.
winter long, except for the house plants. But these will stay outside, and the next year they'll just come right back to life. And then you could scoop them up then if you haven't yet, and put them in their own pot.
That's
So,
amazing. And you can get this sand,
yes,
because I mean it
River
looks
sand.
kind of like dirt with a little grain in it.
right.
But it
It's just
isn't.
coarse sand.
river sand. Yep. So it's the best thing.
And so you can do this with any kind of plant almost.
You could do it with any kind. I want
Okay,
to.
now show me. This is gorgeous. Don't keep that back here. Put it out here where we can
This
see
is a
it.
gift for you because we
Oh,
wanted
look
you
at
to have
this.
something that.
Oh, this
that you
look
can
at the
take
color.
cuttings from.
Look at the color
you
of
could
that.
take cuttings from it.
Did you? I have to ask. Did you grow this from?
Yes, I did.
That is amazing. So you mean that at one point it looked like
just a
this?
cutting. Yep. it
How
sure
long did
was.
that take?
Well, it only takes a season to start growing up, and this is its second season. It's a lot of
all right,
fun.
now would you put this outside then?
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
You could put it in a pot
Yes.
outside.
Just water it.
And do you want it
Yes.
in the sun?
Hydrangea itself, they kind of like a little bit of shade, a little
So-
bit anyway.
so, yeah.
Half and half, maybe.
And you water it every day? Or pretty much?
You know, yeah. Every day would be nice if it's not raining.
Especially when it's trying to get established. Once it's established, it'll be a little different.
Okay,
at me.
this is gorgeous. And what, you want to comment on this?
You want to comment on that?
This is another way that you can propagate plants and get the same exact plant as the mother plant. And most people know about this too, but this is a liriope or monkey grass. And people know about this because it's all over the place and it's really, really hardy. But basically, all you do is you go up to your mother plant. Do you want me to just take this whole thing out? And did you do this one from cutting?
Yeah.
Thought so.
Look at the roots. isn't
See,
it?
look it. And then, you just go.
You might need a knife,
It
but
should have been.
they just
They just
pull
really.
apart.
Yeah, it's been
You
in that
pull it
pot for a while.
apart.
You separate. You can see there's little clumps here.
Yeah.
And don't be
And
afraid. You can just
you
grab
can cut. Yeah, you can cut it apart if you need to. See, look at how big that is right there.
Oh my.
But you just get a. You just have to be brave and go in there and take them apart and look at. Here's a plant. Here's
So
a
you
plant.
separate, so you have
Here's a
3 or 4
plant.
plants out of that one.
Precisely. So
Container.
you can take one plant, like I have a dwarf mondo grass, which is a little pricier than the liriope, and that's what I did. I took a few plants, broke them up, separated them out, and then I got a whole big area filled for less money. And you can do that every year.
Obviously, you are enthusiastic about.
We love it.
How did you, both of you, get involved so deeply into?
propagating.
And yeah, and obviously they have flower arranging, and and
everyone
you
has
can
their
learn all
specialty,
kinds
kind
of. Does everybody have a special interest that they
so,
they get
yeah.
involved in? Not just this is yours,
It sure is.
but
Yep, I love it.
what are some of the other things?
That they do, the hypertufa, which is
Yes,
you've
yeah.
got there. They've got
Vegetable gardening, fruit trees.
composting and the vermicomposting with the
Yeah,
worms.
That's really interesting.
What else do they?
All kinds of
It's
stuff.
becoming the in thing now
It is.
to have gardens.
It
I
is.
mean, food gardens.
Yes.
Right, right.
Not just something pretty to look at.
And that's the
Right.
nice thing too, is you know where it came from, and you know what's been sprayed on it, and you know what the ground was that it grew in.
So if you have allergies or some kind of, you need to know
Sensitivities.
that, and you can control, in a way, what's in your garden and what you put on your table.
Yes, it's fun. It's very fun, and it's good for you physically. It's good for your soul. It's good for your emotional well-being. There's nothing. I mean, you can't say anything bad about it except it's fun.
And I was going to say, as far as the fruit goes, blueberries and raspberries, all those things are very easy to do this very thing with, this very propagating. So you can build your fruit and vegetable garden as well. Because I propagate blueberries and the blackberries and so forth. They're very easy. Grapes, kiwi, all kinds of things.
Okay, so I mean, it's kind of it's once you get into it, I guess you just grow and grow and think, oh, I'd like to try this.
And you don't have to be a master gardener. That's what we want to stress too, is everybody can do it. You can do it.
Not everybody can be a master gardener. Right. But there are things that anybody can learn to do.
That's right.
Yeah, whatever you're interested in.
And of course, you can always have that rose garden or that flower garden.
You can.
That's right.
Or a memory garden. Some people do memory gardens, or that's connected. The things in there are connected to a person or an event or a town. A theme garden. School. There's lots of college gardens where it's coordinated color-wise. It's fun.
Well, you're amazing, and I have learned so much. And we have a website for you from Clemson University. And it's www.clemson.edu/extension/HGIC. And I'll keep all that information here if you want it and didn't get it. But thank you both for coming.
Thank you.
Even though you got your hands
I got to play in the mud.
That's okay. That's okay. I love being Krista Jameson and Abby Flint. Thank you, both master gardeners. Thank you so much for sharing your talent with us. And I think we all can benefit from growing. If you just even have a small space, you can learn to have something pretty.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Wherever you are, we just wish you joy. Bye-bye.